Hello everyone, it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and today I have my vlog for December 2020, the last month of 2020. I hope it ends well. Also, I have some scrap Smackdown tags. I like to make Christmas tags in December, just a few. I don't have to make a ton, but I make them every year. We reuse them. Uh, and I thought that this idea that I been thinking about, uh, I've been using up all my little scraps around my desk, and this is a way to use up scraps. I have tons of scraps. I've got so many scraps, and they're all so pretty, and I don't want to waste them. So the first thing I did was to cut some tag shapes with a die. You could just cut them with, a straight edge cutter and then make little dog ears on the edge and punch a hole and they would be tags. But I have this die, so I might as well use it. This is my Prism tiny die cutting machine that I have on my desk. I also have a larger one, a Big Shot, but I just use this one. And these are scraps of cardstock that were around. So I have scraps of painty papers, I have scraps of cardstock. And then I, of course, punched holes in them, and that was my base. I also want to do my vlog, so let's get started with the thank yous first. And these are people who have donated to my channel. Thank you, Marion, Kimberly, Linda, Antoinette, and Arlene. These were people who donated through my PayPal donation link below the video. You can do that too if you'd like to. If you appreciate my content, my free content that's been going on for almost 5 years now, you can donate to my channel in that way. You can also help me out by using my Amazon links when I put them in, or my direct links, or my Amazon store. If you use those links, I get a little bit of pennies on what you buy, but it doesn't have to be art supplies. It can be anything. And of course, you can always help my channel grow by liking and commenting and subscribing to my channel and sharing it with others. All those things are really helpful, and I like to say those things because I know there might be somebody here new watching this for the first time. So yeah, help me out. I'm almost to the next level, and I would like to get there, thousands. I'm almost to the next thousands. I think it's 17,000, or maybe, I don't know. I forgot to look, but it's close to the next one, and it would be great to get there by the end of the year. So the next thing I did was I sorted out my scraps into colors, and I got green, I got red, pinks, and kind of green, teal, blue, teal, and then some yellowy orange colors. And I also have some scraps of other paper, like mixed media paper or cardstock that got dirty when I was making a card or something. And I am taking Liquitex Matte Gel Medium and just gluing down, smacking down these scraps. I mean, there's not a rhyme or reason to this. I'm just filling up the cardstock completely with the scrap colors, and I do it with all 4 piles of scraps onto scraps of regular paper. So that's what I'm doing now. So let's talk about Art Joy of Sharing. Art Joy of Sharing is Peg and I's art community on Facebook, Peg Robinson. And we also have a live stream channel that live streams every Thursday at 8:30 Pacific time, 11:30 Eastern time, and that's every Thursday. And this month we will be doing live streaming on all the days, even Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. It's in the morning, so it's not like we're interrupting anybody's toasting or anything on New Year's Eve. Although in another country it might be nighttime, so they might miss it. But anyway, you can watch that live and chat with us on the live stream, or you can watch it recorded later. And that way you get some content that's educational in that it is slower and we talk as we're going instead of speed videos like you see on my channel. In addition to that, our art community always has challenges, and we've always got our Pick a Stick challenge, which is a randomly drawn one-word prompt challenge for art journaling, or you can use it on something else. You just go through the prompts in order, and you can interpret them in any way that you want. Sometimes they may seem a little bit weird, but they can be interpreted to be used on as an idea or a jumping off point. Also, we have our mood board challenge, and that's up already in the group. And then for this month, December, it's free form, which just means anything that you want. The hashtag is AJOS2020 freeform, and that I think that just means any kind of art. You can share any kind of art and use that hashtag to help people find it. So on my little Smackdown scrap pages, I'm also using a little bit of washi tape in the same color families that I have there. And I'm putting it on while the glue is still tacky, while the matte medium is still tacky so that it sticks down. Because sometimes washi tape doesn't want to stick down. And I'm also going over the top of each piece of paper with a thin layer of matte medium as I go to smooth it out, squish it down, and make sure it's all sticking down really well. I'm basically making multicolor paper out of this scraps. So, I've already talked about the live streams and our joy of sharing. Be sure that you come over there and join if you haven't already. We have a great community. There isn't any infighting or politics stuff or anything going on. It's just about sharing art, and that's all we allow over there. Not selling or anything like that, just sharing art. So as far as this month, what I'm doing, I'm going to be doing the regular stuff, plus I have a doll swap video coming up on the 7th. You've seen me make paper dolls on this channel before. Occasionally I do. I belong to a doll group, and we make art dolls and swap them with each other. This time it is a art doll made out of an ATC. So that will be coming up on the 7th. I'm also planning on making a couple paper bag journals, and I'll probably film that. So if you want to watch a true junk journal, not a fake junk journal, a true one made with junk, and also probably some gel prints and things like that. I will be doing a video about that. I have a ton of paper bags because I've been picking up my groceries, and they put them in paper bags, not plastic bags, at my store where I gather my groceries. So I have a ton, and I want to use some of them to make a few journals, maybe to give away at Christmas time. I may go crazy and make a bunch of them. I don't even know, but I know that I have the bags and I want to make the journals. I'm also going to be making wall art this month because I do make some art pieces for different people that enjoy my art, and I give it to them at Christmas time. My son is one of them. He's a big collector of my art, and he has a lot of it in his apartment. So I want to make something for him. I probably will make something for another friend of mine who often purchases my art, and I usually give her something at Christmas. So those kind of videos will be coming up through the month. And then probably, I don't know, those might include cats or mermaids, depending. I'm not sure. Maybe both. Maybe mermaid cats. I don't know. Anyway, these are my plans. Also, I do have the last of the digital background exchanges that I've been doing throughout the year, where we exchange our art in digital form, then we print them out and make something out of them. I've been doing that for a few years now. This will be the last one. That project is going to be complete, and that will be coming out, I think, on the 25th, which is Christmas. And it's seasonal, so it will be the winter one. Obviously, we've done this spring, the fall, the summer, everything. So it'll be the winter one. And that is all I know for sure for the month. I will be doing Tag It Tuesday sometime in the month, probably, because I always do. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about what I'll be doing this month. I am trying to do a full schedule this month instead of slacking off like I did last month. I really needed a break, though. I was so burned out. So I think I only made maybe 8 videos last month, or 9 in the whole month. And I usually try to keep to every other day or every third day in some cases. So I'm going to try to go back to that schedule. So that's all I know. And oh, I did have one other thing to advertise, though. I was talking about the winter digital exchange. I had joined a different group that has the same person running it, Bea Grobe. She's created a different thing, and it is for a hop every month on the first Friday of the month. Let me insert the little advertisement for that. You'll be seeing this advertisement again, but what it is, I think there's like maybe 10 people total, and it will be art for the wall. So no art journaling, no tags, no ATCs, nothing like that. It's going to be art that you would make for the wall in your own style, and it will be, there'll probably be a hashtag, and there'll be maybe a hop that you can follow through the hop and watch the different videos. And there's a bunch of people, I'm excited about it because there's a bunch of people I don't know in that one. So I don't know their styles, and I'm excited to find out and find out about their channels because like I said, I don't know them. So, and I think it's going to be pretty international. Bea lives in Switzerland. And just from the names that I scanned on these people, that's as far as I've gotten. It looks like there's a lot of other people that live in other countries. So I'm not sure about, all of that yet because it hasn't started. But I do know that the first one will be on January. Do I have a map? No, I don't. Well, the first Friday in January, so it is probably the first, actually. Yeah, because the 31st is Thursday, so it will be January 1st will be the first one, and you can watch for that. Okay, back to the tags. What did I do? I now have, I went to my straight cutter, and I cut out some of these little slap down backgrounds into a size that would fit on the tag to make a little background. And I'm gluing those on. I went back and forth, back and forth. I worked on one. Maybe I finished it. Maybe I did part of it. This is how I work. I also punched with some paper punches, some of the paper. So, like I punched one of the red ones in a circle, put it on the green background, and then added a little bit of the yellow as a topper to make a Christmas ornament. I also am adding Stickles glitter glue. I have gold and silver because I think that holiday things should have sparkle. That's just my own opinion. Also, I had this little bird left over from the other day when I made that tag, and I made big tag, altar tag that I made for Tag It Tuesday, and I used it on one of them that had a burgundy background. So it's got the yellow, and then I put the little bird over the top, drew a little branch for it to sit on because it can't just be in space, people. That's really a pet peeve of mine, things floating in space. Unless it's a space person, that's fine. Or if it's space junk, maybe. I hear that today on Tuesday there is going to be a piece of space junk from 1965 passing very close to our world. Maybe you can see it in the sky. So space junk does exist. It's like a 15 to 30 foot piece of space junk that they've identified as a failed launch from 1965. I read this on a news thing last night. So it's not an asteroid, it's something that we created. It's kind of creepy. There's a bunch of garbage floating around. Yuck. So the blue that I had was actually a piece of Resist cardstock, glossy cardstock that had been stamped with stars and then gone over with ink to make it blue, and then where the Versamark or a watermarking pad of some sort was, it resisted the color and left the white stars. In case you were wondering about that, it was just a scrap on my desk. And I'm using other little scraps, like a scrap of green or a scrap of white, to make some trees. And then putting either the heart punched out of the red or the star punched out of the yellow on top of the trees and putting a little bit of glitter on there. You will see close-ups of all these at the end of the video. Usually my vlogs don't go on this long, so this is kind of a combo. I'm not sure if I have anything else to talk about. I'm looking at my notes just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think I did. I don't know. I don't think so. So I guess we'll just keep talking about the tags. I did a lot of combinations. In fact, one of the very first one I made, I used one of the little white scrap stars and made like a backing of the yellow star to make it stand out more. I think that was the very first one I did. Sometimes with the glue, I just outline the shapes, or maybe I put dots. I'm talking about the glitter glue. Or maybe I put stripes or something, highlights, things like that. This time I decided to try outlining the shape with my Pentel pocket brush. It was too harsh. It's okay, but uh, I just thought that was a little bit too much. And I think towards the end, I did get out some of my Pit Artist pens in colors and go around some of the shapes to give them a shadow if I didn't feel like they stood out enough from the crazy backgrounds. I think I made a baker's dozen, 13 of them. And I let them dry and took them downstairs for package wrapping. We did put up a natural Christmas tree on the weekend and put some lights on it, but a couple of the strings were just like burned out and would not come back to life. Don't you hate that? It's like, why can't you make something, people who make lights for Christmas, that actually lasts? So I have to go get another couple strings of lights for our tree. And then, of course, we'll need to decorate it, which we have all kinds of homemade decorations that have been made by my family over the years and collected and made by myself over the years. We like homemade things. We used to do a ornament exchange in my family. I have a very large family on my mom's side. And they're all makers. They can make things out of wood. They can quilt. They can crochet, all that type of stuff. And everybody would make ornaments for all the other people. The major families in, like there was 10 children, and at that point there was 9 left, so you would need to make like 9 plus maybe there was a couple adult families of the grandchildren, and everyone would make them and exchange them. So we collected a lot of homemade ornaments, and it's very nostalgic to take them out of the box and look at them and remember the people who made them. A lot of who are passed now. So it was a big tradition in our family, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm still enjoying it today when I unpack the big box of ornaments and look at all the things. Plus, I have things that my kids made in school, and of course, lots of different ones that I've made over the years with different techniques. And it's a fun thing to do to decorate the tree. So I'm just about done. I cut out a little snowman and his little hat and scarf out of my Smackdown paper. Here's another ornament and another tree. I think this is when I get out the Pit Artist pens. I think. This was a lot of fun. They're sparkly, they're bright, and I used up another big stack of scraps that I have been unable to throw away. So this was a very easy way to do it, and I suggest you all do it. Give it a try. Do a Smackdown. Make a piece of paper. You can make it with coordinating papers like I did, all one colorish, one color family, I guess you could say. Or you could do a multicolor one and make it into something. You could do this for the backgrounds of Christmas cards. If you're in your Christmas card making process right now, this would make a fun background, and then you could put a little simple tree or something over it. Try a Smackdown. Have fun. Smack down those scraps. So that's about it for me for this video. If you liked it, please remember to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment or question below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tell me about some of your Christmas traditions, maybe what you decorate your tree with. I know some people have themed trees, and I've always thought about having a snowman themed tree because that would really be fun. And of course, yeah, you can share this whatever you want. That's it for me. Thanks. Bye-bye.